liked is that Katie didn't make it, so she hasn't been able to see anybody as yet in the dresses, the finished sort of dress. But we're going to try and sort that out for next week instead, because obviously it's crucial that we get Katie's approval.
Coming up, as the wedding day looms, Pete's getting nervous.
I've got a mixture of nerves. I've got a mixture of all kind of sorts of feelings.
Is this Katie's dream dress?
I love it at the back.
And security is on red alert at the castle.
It's a good high-profile wedding for us, providing it all goes to plan.
There's now just 3 weeks to the Celebrity Bash of the Year. Kate and Peter are meeting up with international dress designer Isabel Christensen at her high fashion boutique in Monaco.
And I just want to hear your reaction quick. This is discrimination because she gets to say...
Wow, that looks gorgeous.
While Katie is excited about seeing her dress, Peter is banned till the big day.
But yet she can see mine. It's not fair. It's not fair.
He's kicked out onto the streets.
Hello.
Look at the skirt on it.
And look, this is your bodice.
Wow.
How much more sparkling do you want?
No, that is spark. Look at that. Hold it up against it. Let's have a look. Oh, that's going to be gorgeous.
Just wait till it's all on.
I think I have been referred to as the Queen of Bling, probably because since I was very little, I always liked everything that sparkled, and I never really got over it when I grew up. So in a dress like Katie's, when we were talking about the crystals, and she said, I want so much, I want more than you've ever done before, Isabel. I told her, well, don't worry, too much for me is never enough.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Look at that.
All of them have been placed on one by hand.
That must have taken forever.
3 weeks.
No.
3 weeks just for your skirt.
Bloody hell.
And then when you fitted it today, we'll fill it up there and fill it up at the bottom because we weren't sure about the length.
Oh, you don't take that off until the day, do you? That cotton.
No, not until it's finished. But we can't do the length until you...
Do you know, I'm looking at it because I want it to look big, but I know when it's on me it would look big. I'm loving it with the crown and that. No, that will look good. Now I've got to try it on.
Sticking to tradition, Pete's not allowed to see the dress till the big day.
Sitting in the streets of Monaco having an ice cream. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Nice place. Nice people. This is the life, isn't it? Sitting on a street corner having your ice cream, that's what it's all about.
While Pete chats to the crowd, Katie gets ready for her star performance.
Oh, that's good, because when I get my hair done in the morning on the wedding, it won't ruin my hair putting that over. Oh, it's bigger on. It's me. As soon as I come down, I thought it'd be bigger than that. But now it's on, it is big.
In my opinion, it's big enough.
Yeah, you're right.
But you are the one wearing it, and it's your dream dress, so you have to decide. But really, to manage it nicely, this is big.
I said I wanted the biggest, sparkliest dress. It's big, but it's not the biggest how I'd really like it, if I'm honest. But I'm just saying I like it like that because it shows a bit of glamour.
Now it's really good. If you push it up more, then
I don't want more.
The crystals is we need to put more on.
Whilst Kate's concerned about her dress, Pete's got worries of his own.
I've got a mixture of nerves. I've got a mixture of all kind of sorts of feelings. You know, we're here today to try on final fitting for me. It's a nerve-wracking experience, but it's exciting, so exciting at the same time, and we'll see how things go.
And things are getting tense in the fitting room.
Have I lost weight?
If you think you lose weight, you better take it tighter, because after it's impossible to change.
I reckon maybe tiny bit in there. No, I will, but you know the stress, I haven't had the stress of it yet.
Do you think you'll be stressed? We are hoping that today, when she fits it, that's it. She'll stay this
this size and not sort of towards the wedding get nervous and lose 10 pounds like most brides and give us a lot of sleepless nights.
You want to put the pins somewhere now? It's better.
As the pins go in, Katie's getting the needle.
Sorry.
It's going to be a good dress.
Yes, good dress, I know, yes.
It's a good sign.
No, do you know why I worry? Because I've got implants, I can't feel it.
Oh.
That's why. That's what I was thinking, because I've got implants underneath there. I never feel, but I felt that then. I'm thinking, oh, it must have gone. That's all right.
Summer, please, can you not step up?
When I met Isabella, I was so impressed, so I said, how can you make my suit match Kate with the Swarovski crystals, but without it looking tacky, but to look classy? And she's come up with one hell of a design.
Finally, it's Pete's turn, but Kate has her own ideas on how he should look.
Do you know what would look good?
What's
But
that?
you won't wear it.
What's that?
You know, like a hairband? Diamante one.
He definitely won't wear that.
No.
But don't you think that would look good?
I'm going to look.
It's cute, but he's got a lot of crystals here.
I think it would look ridiculous.
I think it look
With
gorgeous.
such a classy suit, I think it would look ridiculous, personally.
Kate and Peter are very flamboyant, and they want something that looked sparkly and unusual and was different and unique to them on their wedding day, and so that's why they've gone with Swarovski crystals, and Pete's waistcoat is like a piece of jewellery. And they're really, you know, they're special outfits, and it's a special day.
But there's only so much magic a dress designer can create for that special day.
Right, I'm taller than you. I mean, you know what I mean, height-wise, what we look like. But you're happy with the height position, yeah?
Do I have a choice?
Well, yeah, you can go to America and have some surgery put in your heels to make you taller.
No, there's ways.
Having tried on his suit, Pete and Katie find the perfect place to practice their vows. Upstairs in the clothes shop.
Like, do the vows.
Yes, I, Peter, James, Andrea, take this beautiful princess in front of me to be my lawfully wedded wife, to love and to cherish, to respect, to honour, through sickness and through health, and unless in case of an affair, everything else is going to be perfect forevermore. I do.
Okay, I, Katie Price, take Peter, James, Andrea on the conditions that
Oh, God. She gives conditions before things
he
start.
respects me, cherishes me, never ever be unfaithful, look at other women, even be tempted to go near other women. Yeah, then I do.
Wow, great. Well,
No.
Come on, let's go.
Meanwhile, in Berkshire, there are more serious matters hotting up. Highclere Castle, the couple's magical wedding venue, is on red alert. Kevin O'Brien of OBS Security is in charge of the operation. With 18 years in the army behind him, tackling the paparazzi will be a walk in the park.
The biggest threat to the venue are obviously the paparazzi. There's an awful lot of dead ground they can hide in. And there's so many leaks in the perimeter of the actual estate that it's like a sieve. They can pour in anywhere on any side of us. We're going to deploy passive sensors, remote TV cameras, motion activated sensors, special forces, marines, paras. So we rely on technology and we back that up with manpower.
People do go to quite extreme measures at these events. I mean, you do what you have to do to get the shot. It will be very difficult, but undoubtedly someone will do it. I hope it's me.
If photographers want to photograph, they will hide in lakes, they will go up trees, they will go into an organ of a chapel. They will do anything in their power to get this picture. They will be in drains if they have to be. You can imagine one picture, how much they can make from it. I think, you know, definitely 6 figures.
You're going to stand on top step, please.
The big money shot at the wedding would be the unexpected happening. I don't know, Jordan falling over, Peter saying no, Peter falling over, Peter arriving drunk, anything silly, anything not expected, something not on the script.
What we've got to try and do is block as many shots as we can. A bit difficult with this. The height of the screens is only 8 foot. We need at least 12 feet. The only thing we can do is adjust the screens backwards.
Can you see us now, Kev?
Yeah, but you're 6'4", so most people are going to be underneath that screening.
Security is going to be rigorous. Everyone's going to be searched. Cameras are going to be a complete no-no. Camera phones are going to be confiscated. It is literally going to be a military operation.
Okay, guys. I take it you've had a good sleep, you're well rested, you've had dinner. We've pulled in the specialised equipment. You've got 7 cameras to put out. You've got 16 passives to put in place. And you've got 5,000 metres of motion detector equipment to line up. Put it out. Make sure you know where you're going to put it, you know, make sure that you've got it right, make sure that's the ground you want to cover. Other than that, have a damn good night, guys, and I'll see you in the morning. We're never confident until I see Tuesday's papers and know that everything's been done and dusted. If we don't see a picture, then we've got the result.
It turns out to be a quiet night. Whilst Highclere Castle remains on red alert, and with only a week to go before her wedding, Katie has cancelled her diary. She's back in Monaco on her own because she's worried about her dress.
I'm here to have another fitting because last week I didn't feel the dress was big enough. I'm nervous in a way because, you know, I'm paying a lot of money for this dress, and I know that the designer, she's known for doing over-the-top glitzy things, but the dress to me still isn't over-the-top big. So hopefully this week it will be. Until then, party! Party! No, I'm joking. I'm a married woman to be. Party! Party! So early night for me tonight. Party! No, I'm joking. Yes, I'm immature. I'm going to Saint-Tropez tonight. And watch telly, read my OK. Oh, who's that stunner? Oh, it's me. God, what a gorgeous looking girl that is. And I'll make phone calls to my sweet beloved husband-to-be. But until then, I'm gonna party! Party! I'm only such a miserable cow. But poor Pete wanted to marry me. I don't know.
Will Katie's dress measure up to her image?
So what do you think? Do you think it's still bigger?
I think that's big enough. I'll have a look in a minute at the back.
Katie's 9-foot wide skirt is sprinkled with rose pink crystals. It took 12 people over 3 weeks to hand stitch them. Her corset is smothered in thousands of sparkles.
Wow, look at that sparkle. I want this to be the best wedding dress you've ever made.
It is.
So, parking the car.
Oh, do you want me to take a photo and you can see it?
Yeah, go on.
It's absolutely enormous.
Yeah. I love it.
Good.
Right, I'm ready for the train.
Her train is a massive 23 feet long, almost the length of a double-decker bus. She's going to need all her bridesmaids for this one.
It's so long I can't get it all in.
That is going to be massive.
Believe me, it's really massive.
So you're going to watch me come down the aisle as well, aren't you?
Yes.
At last, Princess Katie has finally got her dream dress and she can return home to her Prince Charming. Coming up, Katie and Peter get their first glimpse of the Cinderella carriage.
Wow, is all I can say.
There's some unusual ways of relieving stress for members of the wedding crew. And Katie and Dad Paul practice their walk up the aisle before the big day.
Come with me.
It's the day before the celebrity event of the year, Katie and Peter's wedding. At Highclere Castle, there's a hive of activity as the marquee is dressed for the big day. Wedding planner Emma Gold is on site.
At the moment we're getting the flattage up, trying to get linings done, the sections for the dressing room, toilets, lighting is all being put in place, which is those sort of things. Until you get actual stuff on site, you don't see exactly how it's going to be.
Back from her Monaco trip, Katie's reunited with Pete. They've arrived at their wedding venue with their team to check what's going on.
Wow.
That is going to look wicked. I've always thought if I'm going to marry someone, I'm not going to put up with a beach wedding or a normal church wedding. I want the biggest wedding that I can afford. I wanted 6 white horses and a big glass dome carriage. And if you're going to do a wedding my way, then it has to be over the top.
And over the top the carriage certainly is. Measuring 9 feet high by 14 feet long, it's pure fairy tale. Behind a security screen and away from the paparazzi, it's being dressed and prepared for the big day. But all is not well.
With all the rushing around and pressure, car keys have gone. Can't get in the car, the top hat and tails are in the car.
Can't see.
And we need to get in the car pretty soon because we need to start getting things done.
But I won't get into it.
There's a sudden security alert and Pete is told to stay inside.
Sorry? I'm not allowed to, apparently. Well, can you ask them to ask Claire if I'm allowed to go outside? Apparently part of the deal is that once we're on the premises we can't get outside, but I don't believe that. Can you just find out? Just so I don't get in trouble.
Meanwhile, the carriage owners have come to an extreme decision to get to their costumes.
You said jump here.
Get it when you're driving home. Listening when you're driving home, it's going to be...
No, we're getting the windows replaced. What we got?
They still don't open.
Still doesn't open.
But things are just not going their way.
Oh, what are we going to do now?
Wow, look at the flowers.
Inside, Katie gives the green light on the archway of flowers where her and Peter will be standing on their big day.
God. Do you know what? My train's going to probably take up the most of it.
That's what I'm saying.
Her dress and train will fit in the space, but will there be room for the guests?
Now you'll see why there's no room for guests.
Oh, Jesus, Mother of Mary.
Do you like it, Claire?
Oh my God, it's massive.
But it's easy, look, it's like just to fold up, and then as I'm walking, then just unfold. When I turn around, just fold it in half, fold it again, turn around. So it's easy to move about.
Yeah, but the other thing is just look at the width, and then it's the amount of people we can get in that room.
I cannot pull it on my own. You need people to physically
need 4 people.
lift it. So it's not, what I mean is, although it's wide, it's not going to go along the ground like that, because people would be lifting it like that.
We've literally walked through every single doorway and checked for screws if it would pull the dress. We've had to have voiles put over some parts of the door, check that she can get through the door.
I'm getting married, then I'm getting divorced after a month. Da, 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 da. I'm joking.
The only problem that we've still got to solve is how Kate's going to go to the toilet. She definitely won't fit into the toilet. She'll either have to go back to her bedroom, take her dress off and do all that, or we're going to get her some sort of bucket or something to go in. And I'm being serious, that does sound very bizarre that she's like a princess wheeling a bucket, but I'll have to get back to you on that one because I don't know.
Unfortunately, the carriage owners still can't get to their clothes. This time it's the central locking system.
And all the stuff's in all the top hats and the boots, and for the footmans are in the boot. I think the keys are in the boot, but I can't be too sure. It's really affected it, really. Yeah, it's really put a strain on the day, really. But oh, we found the keys! Give me the keys!
Got it, lovely.
Here's my keys! But at least we found the keys, and we've got 2 broken windows and 1 broken neck later on.
That's not the end of the carriage owners' problems. Someone has been watching from above.
We've had all these screens put up to protect the carriage, and then we've got 8 helicopters that we know are up in the sky booked out, and no one's bothered to move the carriage. And then the carriage people all got changed into their cream and pink outfits, but no one told them that they couldn't come outside, so I've just thrown a fit and gone mad.
We thought it was okay with the carriage being there. We didn't realise that the helicopters was the press. We thought the helicopter was security. So we're there dressed up in our suits, you know, fiddling with the carriage with all the colours, the cream and the pink, and now everyone knows what colour it is and they shouldn't have known. Just a bit gutted that, you know, it's worked out like this, because I don't want it to go all upside down for Kate and Peter, because it's their day at the end of the day and it's going to be spoiled and it's not fair on them.
The carriage is safely hidden away until tomorrow.
Right.
Later in the day, in another part of the castle, Katie's dad, Paul, is trying out his speech on the family.
It is a great honour for me to be giving Katie away today. Kate is well known for her modelling, but what you don't know is in fact she is a bloody good garden fencer too. Kate was about 8 years old at the time when she used to unload the lorries, clear the rubbish, and she could even dig a bloody good hole and get herself out of it, and that has not changed. Regarding the groom, Peter, what can I say about Peter? I have known of him and his career, and have to say I admire his fit body in those days, which was my aim. But as you can see, he is looking more like me. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the bride and groom.
As night falls on Highclere Castle, the finishing touches are being put to the marquee, ready for the big day. Meanwhile, the family have their last chance to practice the all-important walk up the aisle.
I know she's getting married on Saturday, and it doesn't feel real. And I think the moment when I see her sort of like maybe have this dress on or walk down the aisle, then I'll probably think, oh my God, she is getting married.
Because of the song that we're playing, walking down the aisle, and when people see the dress, whether you know me or not, I just know that people will cry. Just the whole theme and the way I've arrived, everything.
Very much further.
I've had people tell me that on the day I'm going to cry when I see her, and I'm like, there's no way. What, I'm going to see her in a dress and I'm going to cry.
Pete will cry because Pete, I think, is possibly a simpler soul than Katie, and I think he's genuinely completely besotted with her, and you know, she's a woman of his dreams, she's a mother of his child. You know, tears will be shed.
I hope I don't cry because I smudge my makeup, but I'm sure I will shed a tear. Gary better be on hand with his makeup, that's all I can say.
My role on the wedding on the big day will be I will be the one giving Kate away, which gives me a great honour, and that's going to be fantastic.
Next time on Jordan and Peter, Marriage in Mayhem, will the groom wake up in time for his wedding?
He'll get up soon. He had a rough night or whatever, he couldn't sleep.
Katie practices her first dance. And is it all too much for Pete?